Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. I'm Dr. Christine Bradstreet, and I'm continuing this series on helping you end your chronic pain or other nuisance chronic symptoms that are the result of the mind-body connection and or neural circuit symptoms. I'm a retired chiropractor. I've spent decades taking care of people with chronic pain and other nuisance chronic symptoms, and I experienced them myself for much of my life. And now I'm here teaching you how you can help in your own chronic pain and chronic symptoms. So welcome. Now, I made a generalized video before, and you can watch that here, that talks about how personality traits are related to chronic pain, but also other chronic functional disorders like irritable bowel syndrome, chronic constipation, gastric reflux, migraines and headaches, and other functional stress-related diseases like that. So you can watch that general video, but now I'm going to take a deep dive into perfectionism and how perfectionism is likely a contributing cause of your chronic pain or your chronic symptoms. Real quickly, before I move on, please take a moment to give the video a thumbs up and to also subscribe to the channel so you won't miss these upcoming short videos that are going to teach you how to end your chronic pain or your chronic symptoms. All right, let's get on. Perfectionism. How is it related to chronic pain? And I'll tell you, I worked for many, many years to dial down my perfectionism because this was an issue for me. So perfectionists by nature have a very strong desire to perform, to achieve, to produce, but also to do it flawlessly or with very high expectations beyond what would be considered typical. And they carry this high standard and apply it to all the different areas of their lives, not only to themselves, but quite often they project it out onto others as well. You're paying a heavy price for perfectionism. You're paying a heavy price by having high levels of stress over sometimes even the most basic aspects of life. You're placing intense pressure upon yourself to meet an unrealistic standard, and you're, like I said a moment ago, you're also placing this pressure or expectation on other people, and that makes them unhappy, and it's making you unhappy as well. And this stress is linked to the development and the exacerbation or the making worse of chronic pain and other chronic functional symptoms. When high expectations aren't met, it's telling your brain something is wrong. This is not right. This could be danger. And remember, it's that perceived danger that's triggering fight or flight that's the cause of your symptoms. Perfectionists also have a high level of self-criticism. They focus on flaws and mistakes rather than on what's working right and what's beautiful. And again, not only are they focusing on their own mistakes, they're often focusing on the mistakes of others or on society in general. This constant self-judgment leaves you feeling like you're not good enough. And again, that's a danger signal to your brain. Your brain is picking up the message, and all the cells of your body are picking up the message. Something's not right. This isn't good enough. I better fix it. I'm in danger. That's the cause of your pain or your other uncomfortable functional symptoms. Also, it's not uncommon for perfectionists just to have a lot of tension in their body. This alertness to detail, this looking for what's wrong, this judging leads to a lot of physical tension. You ever feel like your shoulders are up, in your ears? That physical tension, that restriction in the breathing, that tension in the muscles, that voice in your head, these things are all contributing to your chronic pain and your chronic symptoms. And lastly, there are some common traits that kind of piggyback with perfectionism. High levels of anxiety, obsessiveness, and a strong desire for control. All these other traits that are going along with it are a result of this perceived danger, which is the result of always seeing as if the world could be made better and that it's not good enough or that you aren't good enough. So what can you do about it? well, nobody knows you better than you, hopefully, although I know some of the traits that we're not happy to have, we have a tendency to be blind to them. But I want you to look and pick up on if you're having perfectionist tendencies. Maybe you were taught as a child that you had to do things perfectly or that you always could be doing better. Certainly in Western societies, they very much value what you can produce, how much money you can make, being better than the other person in competition. So examine where you might be feeling as a perfectionist and then dial it down. How can you do less? I have a whole video on how you can do less, and you can check that out here. I'm not saying to have, to throw all your cares to the wind, but can you dial your perfectionism down from a 10 to a 6? Can you take on an attitude of it's good enough? Or it's not perfect, but it's better than it used to be. Or it's not perfect, but it works. So look for ways in your life where you can minimize your perfectionistic tendencies, and I know that you will be pleasantly surprised by a reduction of tension, pain, and other symptoms in your body. All right, my friends, thank you for being here. I'm Dr. Christine Bradstreet of Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye. All right, thanks for being here. Before you leave, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll know when I go live or when a new video drops. And visit me at ChristineBradstreet.com. Love to you all. Bye-bye.